So if you're shooting your pip goal or whatever is 50, 60, 80, 100 or whatever, so say it's 60, right? So you do three positions at 20 pips, right? The next zone might be 30, it might be 40, you never know. But with the 4 hour, it's more congruent. The zones are pretty recognizable, and then on top of that, the stronger the zone, it's or sorry, the higher the time frame, the stronger the zone. So basically, what we're looking for is with this type, I call it ping ponging. Going from rejection to rejection, right? Or if you want to do it, you can also do it on a breakout, right? So you can do it either way. So I'll show you how to do both ways. If you want to stick with one method or the other, that's perfectly fine. It's just two different ways to trade naked. So I'm gonna share my screen. All right, so we'll start on the 4 hour chart. All right, we'll go back to I don't like doing let's do a few examples. This is April, perfect. So we're on the 4 hour chart. All right. I usually go to the line chart. Whichever works for you. All right. So if we go back in history, right? So say we're starting. It's 14, but it's not really centered around this strategy. All right. So we're on. What's that? April 3rd. Okay, so we're on this day right here, the 9th, right? So we're going to go back in history and see where the zones are, right? So we got a zone here matches up there, right? So one over there. See if we can go any higher. Probably move this up a little bit, and you have a top zone. So basically, this is kind of what I do. You got your obviously your support. You have your lower support. You have the 50% level, right? Usually somewhere in there, there's a zone, right? 50% level, and then you have your top zone, right? So look left. History tells the secret, right? So for here, essentially what we're looking for is going from inside to inside. So we're on the 4 hour chart, right? So price is going up here. Price has two options, right? It's either going to break and retest and continue the upside, or it's going to reverse, right? 4 hour zones are very strong. So usually it takes a second to break one, right? This is a doji, right? This is a very easy sell because a doji is the strongest. It's like the queen on chess. If you ever play chess, it's like the queen, right? You're looking for a doji, right? So this is mid-April. Let me see here. I didn't mark this up. So this is mid-April or early April, I should say. So we're going to do these examples through here. We're going to go to the 1 hour chart though. Right? You can enter off straight that doji by itself, right? I've done that many times. It's very successful. If you want to up the percent, why are we in November? Where was that? April 10th, I think. Come on. Please mute. Whoever's not on mute, please mute. Thank you. So let's zoom out just a little bit. Right. So we're essentially looking through here, right? And we were doing the 9th day. All right, we don't trade Sunday, so that'd be Sunday. So we'll go on to the next day. All right, so we're looking for price to essentially do something at these zones, right? This is the only time we enter. All right, we would actually move this down since the day went by. So we don't trade Sundays, right? So 6, 9, right? We don't trade the 9th day or the 9th of April because it's a Sunday, so the 10th rolls around. So essentially what we're looking for is some sort of confluence of a buy or sell depending on these zones, right? So we saw the doji, right? That was a very easy way to enter. Just wait for the doji to appear on the 4 hour, and it's almost a guaranteed reversal, right? But so here's some confluences inside on the hour to even, maybe get a couple more entries, so to speak, So we have a double bottom right here. Boom, right? It breaks the EMA. You could write it up. I personally wouldn't enter this one, but what I would do is look at this. Boom, double bottom. This is like a double bottom inside of a double bottom, but I would have entered that. There's no confluence. There's no doji. If you did a trend line, the trend line would break right here. I'm not going to enter at the middle of the zone, right? You want to enter by on the zone, right? So double bottom, boom, boom. I would enter right here after it rejects, right? So this candle right here and ride it up, right? You're going from zone to zone. So this one's 60 pips, right? So and you can split that. You can do two positions, whatever you want. All right, so let's zoom in just a little bit. Where were we there? All right, so we did the 9th. All right, so I rolled it actually over to, we didn't trade here. We would enter on the double bottom right here, right up to the top, right? Here, right, there's no confluence of this or dropping. There's no doji. There's no nothing here, all right? I guess you could put a zone up there with that doji, all right? Boom. Goes from, this is the next Friday, right? 13 to 16. We don't trade on Sunday. Right? These are our zones through here. So when price comes up here, it actually never touches. Just kind of goes around. Right now we have action again, right? So it's either going to reject and drop, or it's going to break and go to the upside. So what's it do? It breaks to the upside. You would buy it, right? 30 pips, comes back, almost retest, and eventually gets to the next zone, which is 42 pips, right? So back out. So that's the zones for basically this series through here. We'll do another series. Does anybody have any questions over this?
When would that last example? When would you enter?
When would I enter? When I had the confluence of the doji or the double bottom. So like right here, I would have entered here on the double bottom, right? Because you're catching that leg. On the 4 hour, let me zoom in.
Luke was talking about when it broke the zone. Last example.
But right here?
Yes. When would you enter?
Once it broke right here. So it broke right here. It dojied, right? So it's going up, comes back and retest, and goes for 43. Same thing here on the next one. It breaks, it retests. This one goes for 80. So each zone, you're looking for a break and retest, or you're looking for a reversal on the video. Seems frozen. Are we good on the screen? Are we frozen or no? Someone's saying we're good.
Screen's good.
Okay. So you have two options. You want to find your zones. That's basically step one. All right, from the 4 hour. Right, that's your foundation. Right. That's your foundation. So just to show how accurate the dojis are, right? You have it on a zone. That's the key, right? Not just a doji, but a doji on a zone. All right. So we'll start, I don't know, on the 18th, 16th. All right. So we'll start. So we're on the 4 hour chart, right? So doji here, big drop. All right, 42 pips. All right, what does price do? It breaks right here. It comes up and retests. Look at doji again, right? Price was going down, then it's slightly going up, right? Then it reverses. Doji is a reversal. Not only that, but you have a head and shoulders, right? You have a shoulder, head, shoulder. Price breaks, retest 3-4 times, dojis. I mean, that's confluence through the roof, right? Then it drops 170 pips, right? You go through here.
Luke, was that a kangaroo tail beside that last doji you just pointed out?
Where?
Right where that arrow is, where you have that green doji and then that
A little
red.
bit, yeah, a little bit. It's a little sloppy, but yeah. Right, so we're down here, right? I mean, anywhere through here. You would look left, right? See where. I don't like that gap. Boom, we'll probably move this. That'd probably be the bottom. How many pips is this? Alright, so through here, right, we're looking for break and retest. Alan, can you please mute? Alan, please mute, or whoever else. Right. So through here, right, we're looking for a rejection. Say price is right here, right? We caught this move, right? What does price do? It comes up here, retraces, drops again, right? What's it do? It breaks this zone, right? What's it do? It retests. You would suffer, 10, maybe, 12 pip drawdown, and then drops, right? Break, retest, drop, right? This is on what, the 4 hour, right? So this is strictly 4 hour, right? What's it do? Comes up here. We're either going to break, retest, and drop further, or we're going to reject it, right? 2 back-to-back. Yeah, this is a ugly doji, but this is a nice doji, right? It, whichever. If you buy it up here, 33 pips. If you waited another candle or even stacked a position, right, you sold it right there, 42 pips, right? What does price have to do at these zones? Right, let's move this just slightly up. Here's a doji, right? So reversal. What's it do? Drops 30, 40 pips. I don't trade gaps. I'm sure most of you guys say gaps always close, right? Granted, this does. I don't know how true that is, but I hear it all the time. I've never back tested. I'm a very factual person. So everything I'm teaching you guys and whatnot, I've back tested a lot. Right? I'm actually back testing USD ZAR on the 30 minutes, pretty fire. If you guys want to try that out. But all we're doing, check this out down here. Break, right? Retest. Have you ever heard of wicks fill wicks? Right? This is going to get filled. What's it do? It gets filled by the next candle. Look at this. Boom, that wick's going to get filled, right? So you would enter anywhere through here. We'll just grab a spot, all right? And eventually it goes for 80 pips. I would close, I'd probably here at 50 if I didn't close down here because you got 2 dojis, right? What happens with dojis? Reverses. This is strictly off the 4 hour, right? Doji, boom, boom, right? Goes for 40 some pips, 50 pips, it should take profit, whichever. All right, what else do we have? We have a W, boom. You would enter off the rejection. Not here, you're not going to enter there, right? Because it can still drop. You're entering off the rejection. Tries to go through, and then look how bullish it turns. All right, you're right up for 40 pips, right? Here, boom, boom, breaks. It tries to retest. I would have manually entered that. I always put my if I do buy limits or sell limits, on damn, what am I thinking? On the retest, I always put it a few pips up because it does this sometimes. All right, so I would put it, it closed up here. What is that? Oh, 8 pips. I'm cool. I'll suffer 8 pip drawdown. What's it do? Is shoot straight up. 45 pips. All right. What is price?
What stop loss do you use?
One more time.
What stop loss do you recommend we use?
I would do maybe 30 or 40. As you've seen, none of these have what do you call it? Drawdown, right? But you can use like a 30. I would use a 30. I'm a firm believer. Some people will say you want to have a good risk to reward ratio. To me, it's just I do 1-to-1 all the time. It doesn't matter to me because I'm more of a high percentage trader. Winning percentage. Some traders, they lose 4 trades in a row with 25 pips, then they win with a 300 pip, win. So technically, their losing percentage is actually negative 50, not negative 50, but under 50%, but they're still catching pips, right? I don't care about that. I'd rather have a high success rate because what happens is if you lose 4 times in a row and you lose a total of 100 pips and you catch a 300 pip move, it's all psychology, right? I'm showing you guys doing layups, break, retest, or rejection. Break, retest, or rejection, right? So when you lose 4 times in a row, that messes with your psychology, Even if you're super confident, you can still get in the slump. The best basketball players, even in baseball, right? Prime example, really good all-star pro players, they get in slumps, 3-game, 4-game slump, right? So same thing with this, just keep doing layups, right? So here you break, boom, boom. All right, comes back here, goes for 60 pips, right? Doji here. You could put a small zone after dojis right there. That's not a lot of pips, but doji on a zone, it's almost guaranteed, all right? Comes up here, doji again. What's it do? It drops. Boom, boom. Right? Doji's reverses. Just sloppy head and shoulders. Off your shoulder, head, small shoulder. Boom, boom. Right? 30 pips. I don't like gaps, like I mentioned. Right? So let's adjust this. Let's do this one up here. So price comes up here. There's no retest, so I would not enter. I wouldn't mess with this. All right, but it does shoot through here. And what's it do? It comes down a retest, right? Boom. I would go right to here, 25 pips, right? Do 2 positions at 25. That's your 50 pip goal, all right? What's price do up here? Break, retest, goes up, all right? 42 pips. Doji, I'm closing out. Even if, my take profits wherever it is, I'm closing. I want to sell it, all right? Boom, goes down, all right? 40-some pips. I would have closed at 40. I'm not going to hold it. Maybe my second position. All right. This is just ugly.
So Luke, are you saying you kind of use both as your entry? You don't just enter off the support and resistance. You wait for a doji before you enter.
Oh yeah. That's like I said. At the beginning, you're looking for dojis. It's like the golden nugget, right? So right here, railroad, boom, boom. I wouldn't enter there. It's in the middle of the 22 pips. Yeah.
You think we can talk about?
One time.
You think we can talk about the one that happened on the 22nd the 21st to the 22nd?
Of what month?
This month.
Yeah.
Where that hold on, where is it at?
20 what?
It was right where you were just at a little bit ago. It was the one that happened.
What month? This month?
This month, yeah. It was the one where there was a huge engulfing bearish candle, and then immediately followed it broke out where right past the consolidation for
I have no idea.
100 pips.
Do you see it?
Yeah, it's right where your mouse is.
What day?
Wait, 3 levels over. Right. Wait. June 18th. My bad. June 18th. Right there. You see that huge bearish candle?
Yeah. I wouldn't trade that because it's a gap. But what's your question?
that's like because I got into that one thinking that there was momentum going down to the downside with the huge bearish candle that's to the right of it, and because I didn't know if you were supposed to, because you said like you're supposed to put your lines or whatever where the consolidation is, and then if it breaks out 20 pips, but it's got to close.
This is
But that
UJ.
oh my goodness, it's matching the same chart that I'm on for gold. Never mind, my bad.
Yeah, so I mean, this one still drops. I mean, as you see here, what's it do? I mean, but this is price action. You can use this with UJ or gold. GJ, GBP pairs I don't like. I mean,
Right.
it works, but it goes back. So right here, boom, boom. Right, you have the consolidation on the downside. It breaks, retests, and drops for 90 pips. So you can obviously this is UJ. It's the same stuff with gold. Gold's more of breakouts. UJ, if you look at the daily for gold, these average 70, 80. As you've seen, 200 pips. UJ, you go to the daily. This is why, you might have a big day like this, but the average day here, is 40 pips.
Right.
50 pips. You do have bigger days, but 30, 33, depending on the wick size. You have these big days, 20, 30 pips. So with UJ, I like trading off the dojis, off the 4 hour. It's very easy. When you find a zone, especially on a double top, right? Here's a double top, boom, boom. It's a doji, so it'll close right here. Hold it for however long you want. Stop loss and profit, right? Doji there drops. That's a strong zone. Going over here, doji, doji, doji goes up. All right, doji there, big drop. So you're looking for dojis. Can you put where? Can you point out where the pip calculator tool? I don't know what you mean, the pip calculator tool. I use the crosshair.
Yeah, so you could draw how many pips like a candle is with just that cross line.
Yeah. So like this candle right here is 45 pips. You see the 44.50. The first two decimals is the how many pips. So from like say here to all the way down here is 410, or here to here. I can't see it. But yeah.
102.
Could you go over the entry again? The entry is the doji, and you're there's no time. You're just marking up. You're going from zone to zone. So once you go back in price, right? Go back in history, right? And you're going to find. So say I'm over here, right? The day this is the day, whatever day it is, right? I would look back in history. I'm looking for my sharp points or my reversal zones, right? Boom, boom. So basically, you have a 50% level, and you have a top and bottom, right? So look for the 50. That's our 50. Touch here, touch here. You won't know that, but it touches there, so it's a strong zone, right? So what do we see here? We're going from zone to zone. Boom, doji, doji, doji. All right, goes for 70 pips. All right, going from zone to zone, right? I would probably go 50% in between the 50%, if that makes sense, right? So I'm gonna get even a little bit more because I'm an intraday. I'm not holding. I mean, this is what if I enter off this doji as 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. That's 24 hours to get to range, right? So I'm closing out. Whoever, please mute this static key. So I'm closing out 50% of the 50%, right? What does price do? Break, retest, right? Goes another 40 pips. So I'm entering. I'm going in twice. I'm not a swing trader. You like swing your trades, or even hold a position, definitely do so, right? I'm not trying to change your psychology. If you want to hold that, me, I just get excited when I see exactly what I'm doing, and I over leverage a little. I'm not gonna lie. I see doji here, I'm entering. Doji there, I'm entering. It goes up, comes back down. Doji again, I'm entering again. And that's how I trade, right? Going up for 40 pips. We see the break, a retest goes up for another 40 pips. I'm not entering anywhere in here. All right, there's no retest. right? Goes all the way up. What do we see? A doji here. I'm selling it, right? It's the rejection of the EMA, right? So that's 30 pips. A doji there. So I'm closing out on dojis. I'm entering on dojis. I'm closing out on dojis.
So
right?
basically, you almost always twin trade if there's more than one doji.
Twin trade as a
Like you're just putting in multiple positions.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For like almost
I
each
always
doji.
do two positions. That's my normal. Unless it's just like stupid confirmation. I might do like 3 or 4. Like in this example, I did 1, 2, 3, right? Here I would do just 1 or 2, and I would split whatever my normal lot size is. I just split it in 2 because what I do is I have my target price. If I sell this doji, I would close out both, right? But if I would doji here and sell it, and say there is no doji for some reason, right? And price doesn't go all the way up to this line, but just goes right here, and just like consolidates here, then drops. I would close out. I would just hold it here and have the 50% level would basically be right about there. So I would close out at 35 pips, stop loss and profit, and let the second one ride to this bottom zone, which is 60. So there I'll catch 90 pips, 95 pips, give or take.
But is it like almost like a huge confirmation that there's going to be a big drop if there's the double top and each dip down is like a doji?
Yeah, more confirmation is more confluence.
Okay.
So it's going to drop even for sure, like the percentage, right? So you have the reversal. It's not a double top, but it's still going to reverse. So it's like price got smacked, right? It drops a little bit, comes back up, tries to break through again, gets smacked. Not only that, it's a double top. You have a doji, more confirmation, breaks the EMA. Never just enter off a break an EMA, but you have all these things adding up. It's like it's like a murder. Figuring out a murder, right? You have all these clues, right? You have 5 clues here, right? I'm already entered here, boom, right? So it rejects price, right? So that's one confirmation, right? Boom, comes back again, second confirmation, doji here, third confirmation, another doji, 4 confirmations, doji again, 6 confirmations, breaks the EMA. So it's just so much confirmation, it's like a no-brainer.
Plus, that's like an eminent break the neckline, right? Like you said on a double top.
One more time?
Now, it's a plus it breaks that neckline and continues to go down.
Yeah. Could you go over entry and shred? Does the doji? I like I said, whoever's on or whatever, please mute. So the dojis works on any pair, but like I said, I only like UJ and gold because it's very support and resistance. It's very zony, right? Like this is, right? Other pairs are Fibonacci or they're very trendy. I don't like trendy. I want the pair to go from zone to zone, which these are the best. Why don't you usually trailing stop? I mean, you can use one if you want. I just know I know the hours to look at my phone. For 8 hours, it's not going to go. Very rarely, I sleep for 6 hours, I think. So one candle, right? One candle is 4 hours. So I know if price is like right here, right? I have a good 4. I can wake up in the middle of the morning. So say this is 2 in the morning. Right? I know by 7 in the morning I can wake up and enter if I wanted to. If it's a doji, right? It doesn't. Boom, boom, boom. Plays around for a little bit. Doji's here, right? I sell it. Comes back up here. Boom. But you can use a trailing stop if you want. I just personally don't. I'll do sometimes. I'll do it with gold, just for my second position for a runner. That way, my first target price is always 50 pips, and then I'll put the trailing stop for about 30 or 40 on the second position and leave the take profit open.
So with you, Jay, do you only trade the dojis off the 4 hour, or you do it on the 1 hour also?
Yeah. Everything I showed you right here, this is what I do off the 4 hour.
Okay.
And then the gold, I do the breakout. Does the length of the shadows on the dojis matter? Not really. The more looking like this one, the better. Or even the thinner like this. And this is a vector too. So you got 3 wicks to one side. That's even more confirmation. dojis like this are beautiful. The skinny, scrawny ones. You know, this is kind of skinny. This means there's a lot of buyers and sellers in it. I like the small ones like this, the itty bitty ones. We got a few minutes left. Any other questions? Here's Vector as well. All right, Vector is 3 or more wicks. We got what, 5 wicks here. So this is an easy buy, right? Boom, it rejects, comes back up, retest, right? So basically a double bottom, but it's not a W, it's a double bottom, right? A double bottom is essentially, a test, rejection, come back and test it again, right? You got 3 wicks there, you got a doji, all right? You got 4? 1, 2, 3, yeah, 5 wicks, easy buy. All right, this is the easy buy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 3 dojis plus 4 wicks, 5 wicks, whatever. All right, easy sell up here as well. So you'll have like 2 or 3 moves a week with UJ, and you can have 2 or 3 moves with gold. Some people like consolidation trading, which this is, the ping pong method. Some people like the breakout trading. I like both. I don't really care which one. It's pretty easy. With UJ, you're going to, like I said, have 2 or 3 setups. You can easily clear 30% a week with 2 or 3 setups a week. You don't need to trade more. If you want to, you can do both. But like I said, if this works better for you or you like this style more, utilize this. UJ is a beautiful pair to trade. It's just less pips. So you can stack positions in the sense of to catch your 50 or your daily goal of 80, 100, whatever it is. You guys got any questions? Where is chat box? It's 14, or we'll just delete it. The email don't matter. Cool. And even here, boom, this is even more confirmation for this buy, right? Boom, W, big W, right? And I might over leverage on a lot on this one. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 wicks, right? So that's confirmation. You have a doji here, right? You have a lot of rejection. There's 2, 3, right? Then you have a big W. This is the bigger the W, right? The more powerful, right? As you see, it goes all the way up here. 100. It's like a sling board, right? The bigger the W, the stronger the push, the stronger the move. This is a strong move. This is a smaller M. Where'd my chat go? Oh. Cool. Alrighty, guys. So if there's no other questions, we just got a couple minutes left. If you have any questions, definitely ask the group, ask me, whatever, and we'll get them answered. And definitely utilize this. Let me know how it goes. Just make sure you go through Naked Forex, understand breakouts, last kiss, dojis, railroads. I don't think it talks about vectors, and that's something I learned through YOB, my team. It might though. Double bottoms, double tops, right? Doji is your best friend. You're looking for a doji. You're looking for a zone. You see a doji on a zone. You enter. A railroad is basically the same. Let's see if I can find one real quick. Here's engulfing right there. And there's even more confirmation, right? That was an easy buy. It's basically kind of like these two. But it's not really. Find you a good one. That was super ugly. It's like think of a railroad, right? The candles are the same size, right? So if you have a candle, I can't find one. This is basically one. All right, so you have a bearish candle, and then you have a bullish candle, basically the exact same size. Oh, my goodness. Alrighty, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, definitely ask. Let me, shoot me a message, ask the group or whatever, and we'll come out swinging next week. Later.